that mobility is either an enabler or a disabler for people to fulfill their highest potential. And so we must see mobility as not about mode and not about competition. We must begin to understand the opportunities that mobility opens for an experience or denies or shuts down for people. And so I think my greatest hope is that we begin to think about and plan mobility in ways that really deepen our understanding of what we're doing. And I mean, I think that the issue around the amount of infrastructure in our cities that is dedicated to a one-person, one-car culture, and the space that our cars take up in our cities and across our urban spaces, and the fact that for many of us, our cars have been sitting idle, batteries running flat in this period, is a reminder of we need mobility. We don't necessarily need to own a vehicle to be able to move. And that in fact, some of the most liberating forms of movement are the ability to walk and breathe and use our senses. And I mean, interestingly, like COVID taking away that sense of smell, but when you walk in a city, what is it that you smell? What is it that you see? What is it that you hear? What are the sounds? How do we begin to interact with city making and space making with all of our senses? A colleague of mine at Cities Network has been busy in this period with visualization studios. And what's been interesting is the extent to which people have actually asked for silent spaces, spaces where they can just be. And I think we sometimes forget in questing for cities as these 24-hour places that constantly move, that never sleep, that in questing for that notion of a city, we're actually going against the laws of nature. And how do we begin to build cities that are a lot more in harmony with natural laws, where people have the opportunity to be more in contact with the natural environment? But of course, we all do every day if we just step out and look at the sky, irrespective of where we might be living. To understand our water systems and the potential challenges that are coming around water scarcity, and that we don't see these as crises and then we kind of default back to the way that we really shift completely the way in which we engage. And personally, my view is that we actually have to begin to create the circles of connection between individuals, the family unit, the community, the city, the province, the country, and the globe. And knowing that the local and the universal are actually a lot more connected than we understand. And inherent is this in this period is the opportunity to know that we are both local and global simultaneously.